Hello, stock traders. I hope all of you are having a fine Friday morning. And in today's video, I am going to give you 5 stocks that have the stats to squeeze. Now, at the time when I'm recording this video, there's been some news about some possible bombing, some things happening in Ukraine around a nuclear power plant that caused some panic in the market in after hours. So please keep that in mind with this list. Make sure that the market is trending up in the morning before you enter any of these trades. Also, please keep in mind and have patience with me as this video will be completely unedited. My editor is unavailable, and to put this out in a timely fashion, I needed to send it out as an unedited version, so hopefully you don't mind. Now, year to date, my personal callouts are down 7.73%, but lately have been doing much, much better. I don't know if anyone is really doing that well in this market with this major correction that we've had in 2022 so far, but am looking towards better times. But we need some news. The market is definitely jittery. There's lots of back and forth. There's bulls traps and bear traps alike. But before I get going in this video, if you could do me a favor and please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before, please subscribe to the channel and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when a new video comes out. I do have a Patreon group. I will have a link in the description down below. If you want my buy and sell alerts, that's the way to get them, is to be at least a basic member in the group. Now, there's lots of different memberships within there. It's definitely worth checking out. I think that you'll be glad that you did. For the small amount that it costs, you will easily make it up with one great trade or trade idea from that room, which they fly around all the time. All right, so let's start off by talking about the Russell 2000, because anytime we're talking about short squeeze stocks, we need to pay attention, especially with these stocks, to the different conditions of the Russell 2000. So here we go. And as you can see here, this is just a 5-minute chart. You can see how the market reacted to that news and how it really, there was some panic down here. So you may be able to get some of these stocks at a really fantastic deal in the morning. I find it hard to believe that the Russians would actually target a nuclear plant that would destroy the whole reason why they're going into that country in the first place and make it a very dangerous place for anyone to inhabit and live in. I just wouldn't think that that is what they would want to do. But, you know, hey, I don't know if they're acting rationally at this moment either. So you will want to watch in the morning and make sure that the market is trending up again and that was an overreaction. If it wasn't, then, you know, this list might be better off waiting for a couple of days for the smoke to clear and for things to get better. So please be careful out there. The market is extremely volatile right now, and you need to keep that in mind in your trading. Now, I don't ever like to put more than a couple of percent in any one stock pick. Why? Because I don't want that pick to go wrong, and if I am very wrong, I don't want to lose a ton of money. I do not want to blow up my account. I'm also not a big believer in options. A lot of people think I trade options, but I do not really trade options. I rarely trade them. They can be very hard to trade, especially with this whipsaw back and forth. It's easy to get emotional and lose money, and so I do not like option contracts. Buying option contracts is just not good. Selling them can be very dangerous. Also, you can lose more money than you invested. So please be careful and know what you're doing before you enter into any trade and have a strategy behind each and every trade. Now, that being said, I am going to give you 5 stock picks right now that I like for a big move, and I'm going to give you my bullish case for them. And please diversify your portfolio and keep the dangers of the market in mind as you are buying. Okay, so let's start off. Let's start with number 5 on my list, which is Tattooed Chef. Ticker symbol TTCF. This has a very high short percentage. And let's go to the daily chart. Take a look at what's going on here. Very high short percentage, 38.26%. And as you can see, the shorts have been very successful in driving this down almost 70%. But now there's a lot of shorts starting to exit and cover. And so there's some panic moving up here. And here's my bullish case. Lots and lots of analysts are talking about how meat alternative companies are just in a great position to have huge sales as far as allergies and food allergies to different items. And so Tattooed Chef is the beneficiary of this type of sentiment. So I think that this stock is a phenomenal value. It's still a very good value. Of course, it's not as good as when it was down to 1089, but it's only come up just a little bit. We haven't even had a cross. This is the 13 EMA versus the 48 EMA. And when we see this cross above, then we'll start to exponentially grow here. But you can see the panic start to happen. This is starting to move in the right direction, expecting higher sales in the future. The short case has now been complete. This is a good time for anyone who's a short seller. They're looking for it to get oversold before exiting. So there's going to be some exodus kind of happening here. Some of the stubborn people are still here with that high short percentage of 38.26%. But I am very confident that this is going to continue up as long as the market doesn't have something crazy go on in it. I'm feeling really good about it. All right, let's move on to number 4. And number 4 is Weber grills. And so I have one of these grills. They're great grills, but there is a 30.33% short percentage. And this was number 1 on last week's list. And so this one is still good. I'm still in this. I'm still holding it and I'm doing rather nicely in it. It's down, as you can see here, in after hours with the panic and everything. But I do think that this one is going to continue on its move upwards. And what's my bullish case on it? Insider buying, lots and lots of insider buying. And so those short percentage, those people that are short on this stock, they should be paying attention to that and realizing that this is not a good stock to go into. One of the reasons why I would exit is because of the high volume of insider activity. Also, the whole short idea on this was that gas prices or natural gas prices, when propane gas prices would get so high that people wouldn't want to buy Weber gas grills. And, you know, the small amount of gas that it takes for that, is that really reasonable? I don't think that's a reasonable short case in my opinion. I feel that they've taken it too far, and that's why the insiders are loading and expecting a very, very good move on this stock continued. Even so if you haven't gotten this one, I think there's still some room to make some money. All right, let's go to number 3. Number 3 is ticker symbol FUV. This is Arcimoto. It has a 37.33% short percentage, very, very high. Now, my bullish case for this is that New York just announced that you are not going to need a license to operate one of these 3-wheeled electric vehicles. Sounds kind of dangerous, sounds kind of crazy, but indeed, they are working on legislation for this exact case. And so, you know, these electric vehicles are actually really cool. And a lot of people, you know, with high gas prices are looking towards EVs more than ever. And you watch as gas prices go up and we feel that pain at the pump, people are going to be more likely wanting to go electric and do some different things. So I think this is good for the overall company. It has come way, way down here, way too cheap, and it continues to move upwards, and it's moving very nicely here, and even up in after hours 3.40%. So on a Friday morning, this might be a good one to take a look at, see if you agree with my bullish case on this, a reason why it should move up. All right, let's go to number 2. Number 2 is staying in the same kind of genre again, electric vehicles. This is ticker symbol EVGO. It has a 30.03% short percentage, way, way too high. 43.73% borrow fee rate. This is very, very expensive to short. And so these people that are short in it and that are holding these short positions are paying a very high borrow fee rate. And so my bullish case for this one is also gas prices. With raising gas prices, charging every kind of different way to add charging to your home, adding charging as far as infrastructure and everything within the United States, and how we are moving more and more to electric vehicles, and how that is where the direction is going in the future, whether you be Ford or whether you be Chevy or whether you buy a Tesla, or no matter which one it is, you're going to need good charging for your home, or, you know, for there to be infrastructure to accommodate this. And so I like EVGO for a nice move upwards. This is a wonderful line of support that's been kind of created here, although this is way down here at 904. And this is going to continue to run. We've now had this cross of the 13 versus the 48, all very, very bullish. Now we are close to overbought levels, but this price will increase quite a bit before we get above 70, and I can see a real move working on this on Friday. It will be interesting to see how this performs. All right, let's go to number one, and number one is App Harvest, ticker symbol APPH. I like this one a lot, and I'm going to kind of talk about why. 23.83% borrow. 23.83% short percentage. Sorry, again, no editor, so you just heard that. 40% borrow fee rate. And, you know, here's my bullish case for this. They grow food. Well, what is raising in prices? Food, gas, everything that people need. They grow food in indoor farms, and so they don't have to worry about weather. They don't have to worry about a lot of different things, and so this is a very good thing. This stock has been really, really beaten up. I mean, it was the 52-week high right here, $32.48. So this has gone from $32.48 all the way down here. It's just too far to be at $3.76 with everything that's going on in the world. Food's important. We all need it. We all need to eat it. And they grow healthy, wonderful vegetables, fruits, so on and so forth in places that normally could not grow food. And so I like this a lot for a big move upwards. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video and got some good trade ideas from it. Please check out that Patreon group. I appreciate all of your support for watching. Please hit that amazing, wonderful like button and have a strategy for each and every trade that you enter. I wish you all the best. And Raythoven out. Boop.